Okay, you see now, this is the application which we have created. This is implementation application. So in the last session, we have seen how to create framework application and how to create implementation application. These are the two things which we have seen in the last class. See, creating framework application, creating implementation application, more or less the navigations are same. Only the option of choosing whether the application structure is framework or implementation. That is the option difference. Other than that, remaining everything else will be same. There is no difference other than that. So framework application and implementation application creation, more or less it is same. Last class you have just learned about navigations. There is nothing much we have seen technicals and all. You just focused only on learning and understanding navigations of how to create application. So by this time, all of you should have finished your installation process, and all of you would have started working on creating new application. Anyone still there who are yet to do the installation process? Anyone is still there who are yet to do the installation process?
Yes, I have.
What is the reason?
I
Sir,
don't have.
tomorrow I will be there, sir. Tomorrow morning.
We started almost 5-6 days back, and we have given you instructions long back when you inquire. Usually people will think like, okay, we have it, this is just very beginning. We have so much time, we will install sometime later, because everything theory is going on. Okay, and they do delay. Many people, not everyone, and they start delaying and they do sometime later, and they will be lagging behind the practice and understanding the classes. All that is going to happen. As a result, people will fail in learning the subject. From day one onwards, one should be proactive. If it is being told it has to be finished today, it must be done today itself. I don't want to know about the reasons for not getting it done, but at least by today, if you finish, that is good for you. Otherwise, you will waste all 25,000 rupees. That is your money. That is finally, it is up to you. Okay. And now let's talk about further. Like after applications are being created, what is happening? Okay. So apart from application, what else has been created in PEGA? So you know that when you create a new application, there is an application that has been created, either framework or implementation, and one organization has been created, operator ID has been created. Okay, application, organization, operator ID. This organization has been created while we create framework application. Then what about implementation application? For implementation application, did we create any new organization or did we use the existing organization? Existing. The organization that has been created while creating framework application has been used at the time of creating implementation application. The reason being, as a best practice, we would like to make sure that framework and implementation applications have same organization. It is possible to have different, but technically it is possible, but we don't go by that practice at all. Okay. So this is another thing which I would like to tell you. And after the applications are being created, we logged into implementation application. If you remember, we logged into implementation application. Then what about framework application? Let's log into framework application now. Did I save that username and password? This is continuation. If I mention something like this at the beginning of the document, that is continuation of last class. Okay. So let's log into FW application. So I'm going to log into framework application. This PC 599 October 6th. Okay, so here you go. This is the login screen. And framework application credentials. Did I save it or not? I am not sure. Dev FW
Yes, you saved, sir, yesterday.
@signa.com. Did I save it somewhere on Notepad? Is
Notepad.
there? I added it to Notepad, but I did not save the Notepad. No problem. Administrator@pega.com. Password install. I told you I will be sharing a document related to how to change the password in case if you miss to save that default credentials, right? I mean, like the generated password and all. I will be sharing that today. I am following that document only. Okay. I logged into administrator. Regularly, what is the default credentials you have? I logged in there. You don't need to remember the navigations. You cannot remember in a day simply. You follow the document. If you forget anytime, if you forget the password of any operator, that document will help you to change the password. Operator ID. ఇంకా స్లోగా వస్తున్నారు ఏంటండి? devfw@signa.com, right? This is the operator ID for which I forgot the password. This is the place where you are seeing all operators. You never bother about this navigations now itself. You just follow the document, you will get to know about it. Maybe once or twice if you do, you will remember it. Okay. And this is the operator ID where you see here update password. It will not ask about old password. Okay. I'm giving a password as rules1 because it will again prompt me probably. See, force password change at the time of login. It will again ask me because this option is selected. That is the reason it is asking us to change the password. Suppose if I uncheck this option, it won't prompt. Anyhow, I am not going to uncheck just to make sure that in your case, while you log in, it will show change password, right? That's the reason why I'm not unchecking. Now, dev fw@signa.com. Password I have given there, rules1. In your case, it is a generated password, correct? So click on login. As usual process that you have followed for implementation application. See, this is the expected screen. In your case, this will be a default password, right? So in my case, I have given rules1 intentional. Now, as usual process, I am using rules. What is the regular password that I am going to use for operator IDs is rules. It is your wish what you wanted to use. Okay. But the reason being behind using rules is I don't forget it at all. Again, this process is same. Click on App Studio. And what did we do in the last class? We have chosen Dev Studio. And choose Dev Studio. Okay, this is what we are going to. So after you come to Dev Studio, I was telling you to go to App Explorer, right? So I'd like to show you about this. When you go to App Explorer, it is not loading properly. I'll refresh once. Dev Studio, App Explorer. Okay, look at here now. So from here onwards, explanation will start. Whatever we are going to discuss now is very fundamental of PEGA, and it is very, very important. I am not simply taking time to explain something. Okay, whatever you are going to get the knowledge about now going forward, this is the fundamental concept. Knowing about these things, you will be able to fix so many issues in future. Definitely 95% of all of you will make the same mistakes. Those mistakes are related to this learning and understanding. Okay, if you have a clear idea about it, you will be able to definitely solve it by yourself. And before we proceed forward further, let me take 3 minutes of time to tell you about how you need to proceed to have the learning mindset. See, any learner in this world of anything, that may be technology, or that may be machinery, that may be manufacturing, anything in this world, learning will be perfect when we make some mistakes, not intentionally. When there were mistakes being done, then you are going to learn best out of best from the subject. That is possible. And as I said that if you make mistakes, or if the mistakes are happening, then you are going to learn best. As I have told this, it is not the case for everyone. It is only for those people who start research by themselves, finding out or troubleshooting and finding out the root cause of the issue, and they fix it by themselves. Suppose whenever there is any error message, you just make a phone call to Harsha and send a screenshot. You ask him to solve it. I can tell you in a minute. Okay, go to that place, change it. You will go to that place, you change and save it. Your error is gone. The error is gone and you got the expected output result. Now you will not be gaining the knowledge. You will never become a knowledgeable person if you follow this approach. Suppose if there is any error that is happening during the execution or during the design, first we need to read the error message, try to analyze it. If possible, Google it. If you are not getting anything in Google, try not to Google it, because every error message that we get, definitely we will be able to understand it when we read it 3 to 4 times. Okay, first time when you read it, you may not be able to understand. 3 to 4 times you read the error message, you will be able to little bit get understand it and get ideas. Based on the error, you have to think about the design, what you have done, what you are trying to do, or what you have done, and try to reverse engineer now. So where could be this mistake and all? Okay, try to do some trial and error. Okay, change this and that, whatever you feel like there may be a mistake here. So but before you make a change, please take a screenshot of the original one so that you can revert it back. Otherwise you may forget as an initial learner. Okay, and you do some trial and error of the possible mistake corrections, whatever you think, and save and test it again. If this is the approach that you're going to follow to self-help, means you will be helping yourself, then you will be learning the best out of best in the technology. If you always depend on your friend or your team lead or your tech lead, it is a tendency that whenever you face issue, you ask them. If they are absent for one day, then that day you will not be able to do anything. Okay, so never depend on others for the mistakes or the issues that are happening by yourself. Okay, you did the design, right? Because of your design, you got error message. Who else could know more than you the mistake has where it has been done? Only it is known to you because you designed it from beginning. So do not depend on others for your design. Okay, understand everyone? So whenever there is an issue, you need to make sure that you should start thinking about it by yourself. Feel like there is no one else to help you and try to self-help. Definitely 200% knowledge you will be gaining. It's not 100%. Double than what you're expecting, you'll be learning for sure. And also the fix for an issue today that you are facing may be depending on the concept which was done 2 days back. So conceptual learning and understanding is also most important. So anything, if you are going to learn theoretically and just as an understanding, you may not be applying that immediately, but in the later in future requirements, you might be applying it. You need to always think about the previous sessions. Is this related to any one of the concept previously? You should start thinking like that. Then only you will be able to learn best and understand the best out of the best in the technology. Okay, so we'll see that now. Here you go. After you log into framework application, now you see. So when we log into framework application, I hope everyone clear about what I told. Okay, so here you go. We can see two applications loaded. We could see what? Two applications loaded. What are those two applications I want to see? Click on the link. Let me click on this link. Here you go. This is the link. When you click on this, you see here and tell me what are these two applications. One is Cigna Insurance. What is this? FW application, right? This is framework application. What is the second one? PEGA platform. What is this one? OTB PEGA application. Correct? So whenever you create, you remember, whenever we create framework application, we clicked on build from scratch. We clicked on build from scratch. Means you are trying to create your application scratch from the beginning on top of PEGA platform. That is the meaning. So your application has got created on top of which other application? Your framework application has got created on top of another application. What was another application on which your framework application is created? You can see framework is created on top of PEGA platform. From this we can say, what we can say? Cigna FW application has got created on top of PEGA platform application. Everyone clear with this? This is the understanding that we should have. Where is this relation being built? This relation should have been built somewhere, right? Okay, in the navigations you clicked on build from scratch. There should be some place where the link is happening, correct? Your framework up, this and all is display. It is displaying what is already there. But where is it exactly available? The link between framework application and what is the other one? PEGA platform. Let's try to find out the link between these two. Okay, now let's look at the application to application relation. Okay, for this, look at here. Application to application relation. For this, here you go. I'll tell you one more thing. There is a term called built on application. Built on application. There's a term. See, Cigna application, Cigna framework application is built on PEGA platform. Is that true or not? Cigna framework application is built on top of PEGA platform.
Yes.
So
Yes, true.
which means PEGA platform is built on application. PEGA platform is what? PEGA platform is a built-on application for Cigna framework. Understand? So that is what the terminology you are going to come across. Click on application menu and go to definition. Now click on application menu. Choose what? Definition. See, going through this navigation, clicking on application menu and choosing definition. Anywhere in PEGA, if you see definition, means that particular component related data you are going to see. Details about it. Definition means details about it. Okay, I currently logged into framework application, right? I want to see the details of framework application. What should I do? Go to definition. So when I go to definition, see here. Now you see here. For this particular application, you can see here Cigna INS and Cigna Insurance. What is Cigna Insurance? What is Cigna INS? This is, it says ID. This is a label field. Cigna Insurance, you remember we give label, display text. What is the actual name of the Cigna application? Cigna Insurance is Cigna INS. Cigna INS is the actual name. Okay, understand? And Cigna INS application is built on another application. What is another application? Theme Cosmos. We never heard about this so far. You remember Theme Cosmos traditional we have selected. See, I'm not going to tell you in detail, but high level I'll explain. PEGA has introduced Theme Cosmos with some React components, some JavaScript React based components for better visual appearance of UI and all. and some additional UI features and all. They have created this, introduced this starting from PEGA 8. Before PEGA 8, UI kit was there. Some user interface additional that was called a UI kit. Now extension to UI kit is Theme Cosmos. This is just next release like that. When this is being developed, they created it as a separate application. So that is coming in between your PEGA platform and this one. But actually when you log in, it is showing only 2 applications. This application was not being shown up. The reason being, this you cannot consider as a, even though they made it as a separate application, it is part of PEGA platform only. It is part of PEGA platform only. That's the reason why they are not showing up. Now I'll show you. Now let's edit. Let's open the definition of built-on application. What is the built-on application? Theme Cosmos. You will understand after I finish this. Just hold on. For that, click on edit icon beside the version 0401. So beside the version 0401, do you have an edit icon or not? This is what edit icon means. Understand? Open, and you got open, right? That open icon, that is called edit icon. It will open the Theme Cosmos. It is built on which application? We could see the built on application is, what is that? PEGA rules. I told you about PEGA rules application. PEGA rules is the actual name of the application. PEGA platform is display name. PEGA platform is display name. How do I open PEGA rules? Now you can tell me. Open the definition of PEGA rules application. How do I open? You can guess. You need to click on edit icon here. So if you learn anything once, that is applicable everywhere else. Is there any built-on application? There is no built-on application for PEGA rules. Look at here, PEGA platform, that is the label. PEGA rules is the ID. So PEGA platform or PEGA rules, that is the application name. You can say any of these 2 terminology you can use. Ultimately, if you leave about Theme Cosmos, your Cigna insurance framework application is created on top of PEGA platform. Yes or no? Yes or no? Everyone online should respond.
Yes.
Ultimately, Cigna FW application is built on top of PEGA platform application. So the structure that we have got, I'll paint it. Hold on. You can ignore the intermediate application, that is not at all a big deal. This is PEGA platform. You may call it as PEGA rules application. Okay, anything is okay. Okay, this is PEGA provided. What about this one? This is Cigna framework application. So Cigna framework application is created on top of this one. Can Cigna framework application access the functionalities of PEGA platform? Yes or no? Yes. It can access.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Now here you go. This is what we have. Cigna FW can access functionalities of PEGA rules application, PEGA platform application or PEGA rules application, anything you say, your wish. Everyone clear so far? I just wanted to know the relation between application to application. At the time of creating in a forward engineering, what we have learned creation is forward engineering. This is reverse engineering. Reverse engineering means something already present. See, you have a cell phone. The cell phone has been manufactured, correct? That is forward engineering. Now you open the cell phone and you see the parts and connections, which part is connected to where and all. This is the way you can learn. This is how a technology will be transferred from one part. I mean, like the learning of the technology is going to happen from one, what do you call, one creator to another creator. See, some technologies would have been developed by some countries. Now India some country one, country two. Country one has developed some technology. They started selling it. If you observe closely, after few years, country two also starts building the similar technology with some changes. How did they learn it? They learn about it by reverse engineering. It is very simple. There is KFC. Okay, they started preparing chicken in a different way than traditional approach. Correct? But after few years, there were many outlets who are cooking similar to KFC. How? They started learning it by reverse engineering. They understand to know about each components and all. Okay, so they start. You can make changes to it, make it more better, right? So this is the way to learn the technology. Always forward engineering, reverse engineering. There will be two things while learning. See, forward engineering approach is called creating from the scratch. Reverse engineering approach is already created components will be there. You are going to just open the components and try to understand its design and development aspects, and you start learning about it. And there you can start forward engineering by yourself. Okay. So out of these two, forward and reverse engineering, mostly when you join a project in enterprise application development, suppose you got job on PEGA, you want to work on with a client. 75% of the times you should go with reverse engineering, and 25% of the time you go with forward engineering. Suppose you are a solution architect, tech lead, you would be getting chance to work on the things from the scratch. You are a developer, mostly you will be given with requirements to do enhancements, change requests, like this. Probably there will be a chance that you will be getting a chance to work from the scratch also, but not every time. A project has been started 1 year back. Now you join the project. More or less your work is going to be reverse engineering plus forward engineering, both. So reverse engineering means you try to understand the existing application first of all, and then start enhancing it. Without understanding existing application, it is impossible for you to implement or work on it. So it is very much essential for every one of you. You should start learning reverse engineering. Okay. So knowing about these relations where it is being made, if there were any issues in the future, you would be able to fix it. I will tell you one issue after we go with implementation application. Okay. As of now, we have logged into framework application. We just made an observation that there was access to two applications. One is the framework application which you logged in. Another one is PEGA platform, because the framework application is built on PEGA platform. Okay, it is built on, I know, forward engineering. I clicked on build from scratch and all. But where is this relation defined? I wanted to see that. For that reason, I went to the definition of framework application, and there I can see built on application. I found that PEGA rules is built on application. If you ignore about Team Cosmos, PEGA rules is built on application. So framework application Signa is built on PEGA platform. That relation point is very, very important. Where is this being defined? Can it be changed or not? See, this is a drop down. It will show all other applications. If you wish to change, you can change, but I am not doing it. I just wanted to let you know that you can change it. I will tell you one example or one requirement. After we log into implementation application, you should be able to say the solution for it if you clearly understand this concept. Everyone clear so far? I have taken almost 25 minutes, but the point is just 2-minute point. That is where relation is.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Let's log into implementation application. What is the application? Implementation application. Now I am going to log into implementation application to see the relay. You could guess by this time you can easily guess to tell me, if I log into implementation application and go to App Explorer, how many applications I am going to see there? You will be seeing 3 applications.
Three applications, right?
3. Signa implementation, Signa framework, PEGA platform. That's it. Simple. This is how you need to understand the technology. Okay. Password rules. As usual process, right? I don't need to tell you that after you log in, you go to Dev Studio, because you should know that. Okay. And App Explorer, you see how many applications are there? We could see. Please mute every one of you online. You please make sure when you answer something, you have to mute back further. We could see 3 applications. So click on 3 applications here. What are those? The 3 are, first one, Signa implementation application. Just for your better understanding, I'm writing implementation application. Then second one,
framework application.
Signa FW application. What else? Third one, PEGA platform. So here, before I show you the relation, you should tell me, for Signa implementation application, what is built on application? Signa framework application is built on application for Signa implementation. For Signa framework, what is built on application? PEGA platform. Okay, let's look at the relation between these 3 applications. Okay, so what should I do now? Click on application menu and choose definition. Open implementation application definition. I'm opening implementation application definition. Means details of implementation application. What is that? You can see the built on application is, what is that? Signa framework application. So open Signa FW. Signa FW application definition, if I want to open, I don't need to go back there. From here, if I click on edit icon, it will open or not? It will be opened or not? So you don't need to log in there. What is that? Is the same as what we have seen before? Same or not? Already we have seen this. Open theme Cosmos. What is that you see finally? Now the 3 applications are being as shown. How this has been built? Here you go. Take another one. What is this one? Signa implementation application. Make sense? Everyone clear?
Yes, Harsha.
Okay, so this is what we are seeing. Done. So here from the diagram you can see Signa framework application is built on application for Signa implementation. PEGA platform is built on application for Signa framework. You understand this? This is the point you need to understand. Now I will give you one requirement, because you know the place where this relation is being done and all. This is possible to change. I'm giving you information. It is possible to choose something else if you wish to choose. Okay. Every one of you, if you understand this concept, you should be able to tell me the solution for sure. Okay. Now the question is that I have given you a requirement to create application A, application B. Simply FW application, IMPL application. So FW, I have given you requirement. You create FW application on top of PEGA platform, and you create implementation application on top of FW application. This is the requirement was been given to you. You started working on this and you created all the applications. But there was a mistake that has been done. FW application was created on top of PEGA platform, which is correct. But while creating implementation application, you created implementation application also build from scratch. What did you do? Implementation application also you did build from scratch. What is meant by build from scratch? Create on PEGA platform. Correct? You did that mistake. It has happened. It is already over. Everything is done. Now, if you see the structure, you must be getting the structure like this. Look at here. What is this? You created, this is PEGA platform, and you created FW application on top of PEGA platform, and you created implementation application on top of PEGA platform. This, the first one, is it correct or not? The first one. This one is correct or not? This is correct. What about this one?
This is
This is not as expected. There is nothing to, technically we cannot say it is wrong, but this is not as expected. My expectation is implementation should come on to
FW application.
coming on top of FW. I have created everything as shown in the diagram, but now I wanted to bring this implementation application to on top of FW application. That is what the change I have to make. Created is over. Now I need to make changes such that I would like to bring my implementation application onto framework application. So what are the changes you need to make, and where do you need to make the changes? Not what, where do you need to make the changes? That is the question. Any one person.
In definition we can make.
You need to tell me from the login onwards, which login you have to log in, and what is the navigation, step by step, everything you have to explain. Into which application you have to log into implementation application. Hold on, please. Not everyone. I'll allow one person only. Who wanted to say that? Respond now. One person.
Yes, I.
Go ahead.
After
The one
logging
who has
into
said,
implementation application.
okay. Female resource. Please proceed.
Okay. In
Just
login
hold
screen,
1 minute.
while
1 minute.
implement.
Hold on. 1 minute. Hold on.
Okay.
1 minute. Okay. You are connecting from two devices. I am seeing echo. Please mute from your end both devices. This will create problem for others. You never unmute at all further. The person, whoever is getting that echo. Another person, anyone else.
After logging into implementation application,
Okay.
edit implementation edit option is there, and when we
Not
click on edit,
you log into implementation application. That is step 1. Okay. What is step 2? There is no edit option. Dev Studio. You go to Dev Studio. Okay. You are now in the Dev Studio. Next, application definition, application menu, and then click on definition. This is how you have to explain step by step. That's what I'm expecting. Okay. You went to definition. After you go to definition, what do you see there? Built on application. You must be
Team
seeing
Cosmos.
Team Cosmos like that. Okay. You are seeing Team Cosmos. What are you going to do now? Remove Team Cosmos and click the down arrow and choose what? FW
framework
application.
application.
PEGA framework.
Beside that, version is also there. Remove that and click the down arrow. One value will come. Choose it and save it. Versions you will be learning later. See, this is how you will be fixing the issue. Now I will tell you another requirement. There are two different applications created. Okay, there is one application created. Okay, which is framework application created, which is on top of PEGA platform. On top of PEGA platform, framework is there. On top of framework, one implementation is there. This is what available. Already existing structure. My business is already running. See, there was a product. Means framework. This is a framework. This is FW2. This is separate independent one. We purchased it just now. Okay. And we install this into PEGA. PEGA platform is already installed, right? Just for your information, don't bother about navigation. Application, distribution, import. Import means install. I told you, right? Framework is a separate product. You should look at framework as a separate product. I have PEGA platform, my own framework implementation, my business is running. There was some FW2 which we purchased, we imported in PEGA. Now FW application is also there on PEGA platform. Understand this point? Business is giving you a requirement. Bring this FW application here. Means existing framework application on top of it, FW2 should be there. And on top of FW2, this implementation application should be there. This is the requirement given. Okay, just think about it. I will be back in 5 minutes. Please don't mind. Okay, I'm available now. Okay, so this is the requirement. Someone please tell me the solution.
I posted in chat. Sorry.
Yeah, what is the solution for this? Log into FW application.
And who can add there, sir?
What is the solution for this?
Who can add one more application, sir, on definition?
You can add a number. This hierarchy can be a number. There's no limit.
Yes. Application on PEGA platform.
Okay.
And we can use. I think we can use both of them. Framework 1 and framework 2.
No. First, tell me what is the application into which you are going to log in.
Implementation application.
Implementation. Log into implementation application, and then do what?
Go to Dev Studio.
Go to Dev Studio. There you are going to go to build on application, application definition. You would see FW application there. And do what?
Change it to FW2. Connect it to edit and connect it to FW2.
Okay, you connected to FW2. Is that okay? Everything is done? Yes. You log into implementation application, go to application definition. You would see FW application, correct? Remove it and make it FW2 and save it. With that, everything is not over. You log into FW2 application. Then for FW2 application, you make built-on application as FW application. These two changes you have to make. Understand clear, everyone?
Yes.
Online. So this is what learning subject means. It is not that simply we use a wizard and we create everything and we get the output result and we cannot say that everything is over. You need to reverse engineer to understand where these relations are being made, because this may not be so frequent, but if there is any possibility of getting this type of requirement, you should be in a position to solve it. That time you should not say that I did never do it before. This is what conceptual learning means. You need to understand to learn the concepts, then just navigations. This is most important. Everyone clear? So this is how you are going to work on creating application and understand the relation between application to application. So tomorrow I am going to explain you the concept, OOPS concepts like class, inheritance. These are the OOPS concepts. And again, coming to PEGA, inheritance is little different. Core concept is same. The way how PEGA implements is different. See, these are also fundamental concepts. So learning and understanding these fundamental concepts, based on this, you would be achieving the business requirements implemented in future. At the time when you are going to create some components or some features as per your business requirements, you should clearly know about what is the application context in which I should be creating. See, I have given you one requirement. Now, in order to implement it, you have access to two applications. One is framework, another one is implementation. Which one out of these two are best places create this particular component. That's what one should know about as a developer. Business do not know about there is a framework application, there is implementation application. These things business they don't even know anything. They knows only one thing. This is the requirement, you implement it. As a developer, you should know about the business, you should know about the technology, you should clearly identify and understand where to create this. Should I create this in framework application or should I create this in implementation application? That has to be decided by whom? You as a developer. Suppose as a senior or junior developer, if you are not aware of this pretty much, your solution architect or tech lead is going to help you. If tech lead is not going to know about it, no one will be there to help him, because tech lead must know about it. That's what solution architect means. Okay, he should know everything about the business and technology. But even though you are a junior developer, it is always good that you learn to understand the business. See, I'll tell you one thing. Give 60% priority to business, 40% priority to technology, or 70-30. Whoever knows about the business very well, they can be good technical persons. Okay, makes sense. And one thing I wanted to tell you further, I am not going to take the technical class because anyhow the next topic will take time. What is that? The observation I am making is many people they are connecting after 8 o'clock, after 7 o'clock, correct? 8 o'clock, your batch is 8 to 9, right? Means your session should actually start at 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. That is the timings. But almost 60% of the students are connecting to the meeting after 8 only. I am opening the meeting at least 2 minutes before. If I open the meeting, that within 2 minutes you can connect. And classroom students also, many people are coming after 5 minutes like that. Today it is okay. So far it is okay, but in future it will never work out. We will definitely start sharp 8 o'clock and thereafter we will continue. See, for 8 o'clock batch, the schedule is very tight, 8 to 9, because I have already running batches 9 to 10. I have already running batches before. 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock running batch was there, right? For them, it is like I can take up 10 minutes before the session, maybe for recollecting or something like that. But 9 o'clock batch also, after 9 o'clock batch 9 to 10 is finished, as I do not have any other slot, I can extend them 10 more minutes. That is possible. Preponing 10 minutes, extending 10 minutes for the rest of the 2 batches is possible, but 8 o'clock is something different. This is very tight schedule, 8 to 9. I cannot even extend 2 minutes. That is not possible. I want to utilize 8 to 9 fully. The 60 minutes, out of the 60, 55 minutes I want to utilize for the class session. The last 5 minutes I will try to summarize what is being done in today's class. Doubts, queries, everything we will go by WhatsApp, phone calls, everything. That process is there. After 10:30 you can communicate. That's not a big deal. So I request every one of you to be in the class, to connect to the meeting or to connect to the meeting on time, just 1 minute, at least 1 minute before 8 o'clock. You connect. Suppose if there is a delay from my end for some reason, you will get a message just 5 minutes before. A class session will be delayed for 2 minutes or 3 minutes like that. Maybe due to some technical issue, anytime if there is a technical issue, it may get delayed. Or maybe previous batch, if I am extending for 5 minutes, it may get delayed. Once in a while. Okay, not every time, every day. Okay, please make sure that is the first priority for any learner. Okay, as a student, you need to be on time to the session. That is the first thing. Being punctual. If you are punctual, automatically you'll get everything else. Okay, so do not delay in connecting to the meeting or joining the classroom. 1 minute before, at least you have to be here. That's it. Otherwise, what if I am going to lock the meeting at 8 o'clock? That will not be good actually. You don't want to be that strict. There may be technical issues sometimes from your end. So, but it is your responsibility, and it is you have to guide yourself and direct yourself to be somewhat perfect in this process. Okay, so I will be sharing a document which I have created today. I created one document, right? This will be shared to you. For today also we will share in WhatsApp, but from tomorrow we will create email group. Today we will wind up this batch and meeting link will be changed for sure today, because in between there is a holiday. My team did not look into this. Today we'll change the meeting link and give the new meeting link. And offline or online, further you will be able to connect or join only if you are an enrolled student. Tomorrow I'll create email group. I'll collect details. Don't give now your emails and all. I'll be collecting in the group, WhatsApp group. And then I will be sharing documents from email starting from tomorrow. Okay, you can wind up for today. We will continue tomorrow. You'll be receiving this documentation after some time, video also after some time. But going forward, documents you will receive within a minute. Once we have email group, now I can open email and I can add the documents and send all of you. Just that is a minute after the session. Okay, only for 2 days it will be delayed. Okay, from Monday next 2 minutes you will be getting. Okay, you can wind up for today. Thank you. I will talk about the best practices also. Okay, thank you everyone.